COIN is a community economic development nonprofit in Peterborough, trying to provide training and opportunities for under and unemployed people in Peterborough. We have our headquarters located at St. Paul's Presbyterian, and that's part of a new project, Trillium-funded project called Hatch. That's based loosely on the Toronto Centre for Social Innovation. We also have a location, Peterborough Eats, in the Peterborough Public Library, where we have a kitchen with a cafe and a catering company out of there. And then we have Reboots, which is a retail location that sells refurbished computers.
COIN was started because community economic development was just in its early stages, and there was no one in Peterborough that was actually doing anything in that venue. It took COIN somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 months to get started. Our parent organization was Peterborough Social Planning Council, and we shared space with them for a number of years. Social economy in Peterborough is fragile. Therefore, we are required in many instances to be able to help train individuals who have challenges to employment, barriers to employment, and we've done a good job of that.
COIN plays a part in the social economy by providing opportunities for people who aren't traditionally part of the labour force.
Currently, our training programs are offered to two groups of individuals in Peterborough. They're offered to people who are on Ontario Disability Supports and people who are on Ontario Work Supports. I guess in the past year, the number of people that COIN has trained is around 80, I would say. Through our Ontario Works training that we do, we have far exceeded the expectations of employment outcomes for the participants that have gone through the program. Of the number that we have put through the program, we have over 60% who've been employed, which according to social services is quite a huge turnover rate.
COIN's unique product is that until very recently we were the only service provider in Peterborough that provided on-the-job training. On-the-job training meaning that people are getting experience working in an actual cafe and an actual retail location. The greatest challenge in the last year has just been how we bridge the nonprofit and the profit worlds, how we work with different partners in both, how we help to create jobs in an economy that has one of the highest unemployment rates in Canada. COIN has been dealing with those ups and downs by trying to develop our own revenue source, which is why social enterprises are so important. If you can have a revenue source outside of grants and a revenue source that you have some control over, it's going to make it easier to be around for the long term.
The most exciting moment for me so far has been to see us spin off Reboot and Peterborough Eats and allow us to work towards our sustainability.
The gross revenue COIN for the last fiscal year is $578,000. The net sales of COIN in the last fiscal year was $220,000.
Some advice I have for social enterprises that are developing is to make sure that you have a board that supports what it means to be a social enterprise. So a board that's not afraid of taking some risk, and a board that's not afraid of looking at a social enterprise in terms of long-term impacts and not a very quick solution to a problem. And also make sure you get the right staff. We have 8 full-time staff, we have 8 part-time staff, and about 22 volunteers in terms of board of directors and advisory committee members, and then we'll have volunteers that will pitch up at different events. One of the best grants that we've had in the last year was through PricewaterhouseCoopers, and that grant enabled our managers to work with the management consultant to really develop their budgeting and cash flow skills. There's not a lot of grants out there that cover professional development, but if you can find them, those are invaluable ones because our managers are expected to have so many skills when you're running a social enterprise. One of the best things that CCEDNet could do is provide a forum to share lessons learned, because we've been doing this for a while. Other organizations across Canada have been doing it for a while, and to have a place where we can all share that knowledge is imperative. What would I contribute to the forum? Just some of the lessons that we've learned, you know, where can you get funding for a startup? Where can you get funding to do a business plan? Or how do you approach your board to make them understand that risk is okay in terms of social enterprise? So just a forum to have conversations and to find out other strategies that other nonprofits or social enterprises have used.